What's been going on in Parliament this week, where we are, and are the planes going to take off to Rwanda? That is the question that I keep getting asked by people.
Yeah, so I've written my Burnley Express column on this week as well, so if anyone picks up the Burnley Express, give it a read, although it's probably going to say exactly what I'm about to say. I am as frustrated as everyone watching this, thinking, just get on with it. Because that's what we should be doing. We should just be getting on with it. Yeah. And it is incredibly frustrating that the House of Lords has blocked this legislation at every possible turn. Now, obviously, we've got the block in the House of Commons of the Labour Party and the Lib Dems and the SNP and all that, but we've got a majority in the House of Commons, so we can deal with it. I think the stat today is the Labour Party have now voted against dealing with illegal migration through this route more than 100 times. And my question to them every time they vote against it is, well, what is your plan? Right? Because it's very easy for politicians to stand up and say, I don't like that, I don't agree with that, I don't think we should do it that way. Give us another option, right? This scheme is about saying to someone, if they enter illegally, right, so they turn up on a boat, they've flouted our migration rules, turn up illegally, we get them, we start to process them and say, right, well, you entered illegally and that's not okay. Right, so you almost want to go through it with Labour and other parties and go, right, so at that first base level, are you okay with that? Yeah. Are you okay with the idea that someone who enters illegally gets treated exactly the same? Because I don't think they should be. I think we should differentiate between someone who does the right thing and someone who does the wrong thing. And entering illegally is the wrong thing. There's nothing wrong with saying that. So if you go, no, actually, you should treat someone slightly differently if they've entered illegally, then you go, right, okay, well, we should send them home. Right, so someone enters from, they get on a small boat in France and they come here. My first response would be, where are you from? Because I'm sending you back to your home country. If they turn around and say, well, that's not safe for me, then we go, right, okay, well, it's still not okay that you arrived illegally, so we're going to send you to a third country. It's not the one you're saying you're from, because you've told us that's not safe, but we've got a third country. Now, at the minute, Rwanda is that country, but we're working with other countries to increase that number. And if you're on the opposition side and you go, yeah, no, actually, you shouldn't enter illegally, well, what's the punishment? So my punishment is really clear. You get sent to your home country, and if that's not safe, to a safe third country. I think that's really logical, practical, and right. Labour obviously take a different view, but you're right about the ping pong this week. So we were hoping we would get this done this week because we've bashed it back so many times. You would expect the unelected chamber to go, well, the elected chamber has demonstrated its clear will and we're winning these votes with majorities of 70 plus. But unfortunately, the Labour Party, including Lord Khan of Burnley, who's a member of the local Labour Party, has decided to continue to block this, and so we're gonna try and finish it next week. So we've had an email from the people who plan the business and the government whips to say on Monday we should expect a very late sit-in because we're going to try and finish it. So we're going to vote on all the stuff the Lords has sent us, and we're going to knock it all back again. And then if the Lords insist, we're going to stay in Parliament on Monday night. And if they keep us there until midnight, then we'll be voting at midnight. And if they keep us there until 1 a.m, then we'll vote at 1 a.m, because we have got to get this done. And then we've allocated another day on Wednesday. So in the event that, we're going until silly o'clock in the morning and it's still not done, we'll go back on Wednesday and we'll finish it then. We have got to get this done. I will stay in there as late or as early as needs be to get it done, because I think it's the right thing to do. It's the only way we have a deterrent, because you need someone to know if you enter illegally, we're going to send you to your home country, and if you're telling us that's not safe, we're going to send you to a different one. So will the flights take off? Yes, they've got to. Yeah. They've got to take off. That's how you get a deterrent. This is a genuine offer, right? If people are watching this, probably people who disagree with my politics and whatnot, and you're sitting there thinking, well, he's just wrong, I don't agree with the Rwanda scheme at all, email me. Give me an alternative that will actually work, because to date, no one has given me one. The Labour Party plan is we'll smash the criminal gangs. Well, we can all say that. The only plan I've heard so far is to rejoin an EU scheme, and the EU have just signed up to a scheme that would essentially allow hundreds of thousands of migrants who enter the EU illegally to be dispersed across the continent or across the bloc. Well, that would include the UK now. I think we take our fair share of people in need, whether it's from Ukraine or Hong Kong, Syria, Afghanistan. We've got a really proud record, and I won't allow political opponents to talk us down and say that somehow, because I want to control borders and make sure that our immigration rules are sustainable and right and not abusing the taxpayer, that somehow that makes us cruel, because I don't think it is.